If you are a law enforcement officer and need to use your weapon to defend yourself, you want to ensure that it works properly. Today I'm going to go over how to disassemble, clean, and conduct a function check on your M9 Beretta. Let's first go over how to disassemble the M9. According to the Army Study Guide, the most important thing is to treat all weapons as loaded. So once we know and treat the weapon as loaded, we're going to ensure that the weapon is safe and that it is clear. Clear means we're going to visually inspect the chamber to ensure no leftover ammunition is in there. Now that it's clear and safe, we're going to conduct the disassembly. From there, we're going to depress the slide lever button and then use the actual slide lever to send the slide forward. Once it slides forward, remove it, keeping your hand over the recoil spring because you don't want it to shoot out. From there, go ahead and gently depress on the spring recoil and pull it out and separate the pin from the spring. From there, we're going to depress the button on the locking plunger, send the barrel forward a bit so we can pull the barrel out of the upper receiver. From there, our M9 is disassembled. Now that our M9 is disassembled, let's go over how to inspect and clean our M9. When first cleaning the M9, you want to make sure that it's in inspection order. And that means that you want to look for any cracks or broken areas or bent parts. And you're going to check all parts of the M9. Not broken, not dented, not bent. Same goes for the spring and the pin, as well as for the locking plunger and the actual barrel. And for the lower receiver as well. Now that we know that our weapon's in inspection order, let's start to clean it. We're first going to wipe away the loose dirt with a rag, and then you can just do that and get what you need to get. And once you get the loose dirt, we can start using lubrication. Lubrication is going to be CLP or LSA. CLP is used for degree weather all the way to the -10 degrees Fahrenheit, and LSA is used for -10 Fahrenheit and below. And then once you have your lubrication applied to your M9, you can start using a brush and cleaning swabs to get the excess dirt off. If you need a little added help, you can start using a bore brush to get into the hard-reached spots. Most important parts to clean are the sliding rails, the inside of the barrel, and your lower receiver around the hammer area and the slide area. Now that our weapon is clean and we know how to assemble it, let's go over how to do a function check. Before doing the function check, we got to put the weapon back together. So we're going to insert the pin into the spring, the barrel and the locking plunger back into the upper receiver. And make sure that it sits well in there and that it's not loose or anything, because we want to make sure it slides onto the lower receiver. And then from there, put the recoil spring back in. Again, holding it so it doesn't shoot out. Put the upper receiver on the lower receiver. Sending the slide back. Once you have the slide back, push up on the slide lever and send the slide forward. And this is why we're going to do a function check, because obviously something went wrong. So let's go ahead and take it back apart. Alright, make sure it's good. Everything's good. Send it back up on the slide. And now it's good. So let's start to do our function check. Again, we're going to make sure that's not loaded. So do your safe and clear, visually inspecting the chamber. Send the slide back forward. And then now we're going to do the function check. We're going to make sure it's on safe and then push on the trigger. When pushing on the trigger, you want to make sure the firing block pops up, which it does, so we're good on that part. And the trigger doesn't pull, because then that means the safe doesn't work, but our safe works because we didn't hear the click from the hammer. So go ahead and release, put the weapon on fire, which will be an audible red dot. From there, you're going to go ahead and pull the trigger, and you're going to hear the hammer fall back and back up. So that works. Release the trigger. Now from there, we're going to do the double action to make sure that that works. So we're going to pull on the trigger but keep it clicked back. Don't release it. And then we're going to use our other free hand and rack the slide, but let it go back forward. So that puts our hammer in the back position. So when I release, it should hear an audible click. So that works. Now let's pull the trigger one more time to make sure the hammer goes back up. There, we did a proper function check and know that our weapon works. Make sure you put the weapon back on safe and properly store it. Now that you have a good idea of how to clean and disassemble and do a function check on your M9, you have a better chance of defending yourself or any other situation. Have a good day.